Hi to everyone. MEM School of Engineering, Department of ECE, online classes, subject linear integrated circuit, unit number 4. So last class we discussed the different type of DAC and its application like that we discussed. Now we are going to discuss about inverter or current mode DAC. So as the name implicates, current mode DAC operate based on the ladder currents. The ladder is formed by resistance R in the series path and resistance 2R in the shunt path. Thus, the current is divided into I1, I2, I3 up to each R. The current are either diverted to ground bus input IO or the virtual ground IO. That means we are connecting the input to the non-inverting terminal. So inverted means here connecting the R network, that is resistor network, with the non-inverting terminal. The currents are given as I1 is equal to V reference divided by 2R. That is V reference divided by R into 2 minus 1. So and I2 is equal to V reference divided by R 2 minus 1. Okay. The advantages of current mode will be, the major advantage of current mode D to A converter is that the voltage change across each switch is minimal. So the charge injection is virtually eliminated and the switch driver design is made simpler. In current mode or inverted ladder type DAC, the stray capacitance do not affect eliminated and the switch driver design is made simpler. In current mode or inverted ladder type DAC, the stray capacitance do not affect the speed of response of the circuit due to constant ladder node voltages. So improved speed performance. Next, voltage mode DAC. So in this mode, the alternative mode of DAC is called voltage. The 2R resistance in the shunt path is switched between the two voltages named VL and VH. The output of this DAC is obtained from the leftmost ladder mode, as the input is sequenced through all the possible binary state starting from all zeros and ones. The voltage of this node changes in steps of 2n, VH to VL, from the minimum voltage of V out is equal to VL to the maximum of V out is equal to VH minus 2 minus n. Okay. The diagram also shows the non-inverting amplifier, because we are giving input to the non-inverting terminal. Due to this buffering with the non-inverting amplifier, a scaling factor defined by K is equal to 1 plus R2 divided by R1. So advantages. The major advantages of this technique is that it allows us to interpolate between any two voltages, neither of which needed not to be zero. More accurate selection and design of resistor R and 2R are possibly and simple construction. The binary word length can be easily increased by adding the required number of R2R sections. Then switches for DAC. The switches which connects the digital binary input to the nodes of a DAC converter is an electronic switch. Electronic switch, although the switches can be made use of diodes, bipolar junction transistor, field effect transistor, MOSFET. There are 4 main configurations used as switches for DAC. They are switching using overdrain emitter follows, switches using MOS transistor totem pole, MOSFET switch, and CMOS inverter switch. CMOS switch for multiplying type DAC. So CMOS transmitting gate switches. So these configurations are used to ensure the high-speed switching operations for different types of DAC. The bipolar transistor have a negligible resistance when they are operated in saturation. The bipolar transistor operating in saturation region indicates a minimum resistance and represent on condition. Okay. So this is a case 1. In case 1, VB1 and VB2 is equal to 5.75. So the Q1 is saturation and Q2 is off. In case 2, VB1 and VB2 is equal to minus 5.75. Qt is in saturation and Q1 is off. Okay. So these are the different switches using MOSFET transistor. One is totem pole MOSFET switch. The complementary Q drive the gates of the MOSFET Q1 and Q2 respectively. This is a totem pole MOSFET switch. Case 1, when S1 is equal to S is equal to 1, R is equal to 0, the Q1 and Q2 is equal to 0. So this makes the transistor Q1 on and the Q2 will be on saturation. Same case 2 will be a reverse condition. It will produce the output as a 0. So CMOS inverter switch. So the figure of CMOS inverter shown in it is consists of CMOS inverter connected with a op-amp acting as a buffer. The buffer drives the resistor with a very low output impedance. So this is the CMOS inverter switch. So case 1, so when the complement of the bit line Q is low, Q1 becomes on, connecting VR to the non-inverting input of the amp. This drives the resistance R and I. Okay. So next one, high speed sample and hold circuit. So when convert analog value into digital, we need a high speed sample and circuit. Is an important analog building block with many applications, including analog to digital converter, switched capacitor filters. The function of SNH circuit is to sample and then input signal and hold the value of the certain length of the time period for subsequent processing. Okay, so these are the circuit diagram and the connections of the sample and hold circuit. That is, so continuous signal will be moderate with the different signals. That is analog to digital converter. High speed sample circuit. So high speed sample circuits, sample and hold circuits are using the MOSFET. This is a high speed circuit that is apparent that CMOS just have very negligible propagation delay. So this is reduce the error. Series sampling, SOP based SNH circuit, bottom plate SNH circuit with the bootstrap switch. Okay, these are the example of LF398 IC. Connection of SNH IC. Okay. I hope all are understand. So this is the model of voltage mode and current mode. That is, voltage and current mode are different from the which is where we are giving the input. So that is, we are giving input to the non-inverting terminal. So in the normal condition, we are giving the input to the inverting terminal. Okay. So that's the concept of voltage mode and current mode of DAC. Then switches having different types for the process. So the high speed switches will be used in the most of the circuits. So that is example is MOSFET. MOSFET is one of the high speed switch. If you are using MOSFET in the MOSFET as switch in the sample and hold circuit, means it is called high speed sample and hold circuit. Okay. So sample and hold circuit will use in the analog to digital converter for taking the sample. Okay, that means it will define the particular sample, take the particular time at the sample, and it will hold for the particular time period. Again, it will take the sample, it will hold for the particular time period. So this continuous process will define the used to define the analog to digital conversion. Okay. Okay, thank you. So remaining we will see in the next class.